This the TempahZone podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, people listening all over the world. How are you doing today, tonight, tomorrow, morning, AM, PM, whenever you're listening to this? How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It is episode 22 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max. And a lot of rappers got in trouble this week, man. A lot of rappers were getting in trouble. 6ix9ine's been in trouble. 6ix9ine is snitching, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think I was going to end up talking about 6ix9ine again because I thought he was just going to end up serving time in prison. But it looks like 6ix9ine is going to snitch, man. I think him facing a minimum of 47 years behind bars was just a little bit too much time for him. I think he decided that he wanted to lower that sentencing. He's going to cooperate with the investigators and snitch to lower his sentencing, man, because 47 years is just way too much time. And I'll be real with y'all, man. A lot of people out here saying about 6ix9ine, they're like, oh, wow, he's snitching. Like, really, he's going to do that? Like, he's breaking street code. But it's like, I would snitch, too, if I was 6ix9ine, man. Like, I would snitch easily. Like, what do you expect? You think he wants to serve 47 years in prison? Mm-hmm. Like, do you really think he's trying to go through that? No, not at all. Like, he wants his ass to get home, man. On top of that, like, 6ix9ine makes mad money. Like, so if he gets out, he'll be able to make a lot of money. You think he wants to spend his time in prison? No. He's going to go on that witness protection, and he's going to get out of prison as soon as he possibly can, bro, because I don't understand people's logic. Why does he have to go by the street code? Like, why are people taking this so seriously? Like, have you ever been in this situation? Because if I'm in this situation like 6ix9ine, man, I'm making sure I do whatever it takes to get out of prison, man. I don't care what people think of me. I want to get back to living my regular life, doing what I'm supposed to do, making music for the people. And besides, 6ix9ine's fan base, they never gave a shit about this. Like they don't care if he snitches. They still gonna listen to 6ix9ine. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Self-interest, man.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, like, people out here, they're going forward. They're going forward him, man. He makes good music. Like, we can't deny 6ix9ine is doing any like wrong in terms of music. I mean, he's done a lot of wrong in terms of his antics. I mean, that's how he's ended up in prison. But one thing I just gotta acknowledge with 6ix9ine, I think is very important, ladies and gentlemen. I said this before, and I'll say it again to all you rappers and singers and anyone out there who's trying to make it in this hip hop game. Don't do it in this way where it puts you in prison and joining gangs just for clout. Don't do it for the clout, man. Do it for the passion. Don't do it for the thoughts. Do it for the passion, man. A lot of you out here are doing these things for all the wrong reasons, man. It just makes me sick. It makes me sick, man. I don't like it, man. Like, I see a guy like 6ix9ine, I'm just like, bro, everything that's happening to you, you deserve, man. Like, I don't wish death upon anybody. I don't wish bad things upon people. But when you do dumb shit, like, I'm a firm believer in karma, man. What goes around comes around, and 6ix9ine just has been doing a lot of things that's just making me go, well, what did you expect, bro? You were repping Treyway wholeheartedly. You're hanging out with all these guys who are real gangbangers. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You put yourself in this position, man, and now you're just you have to deal with the consequences. You can't be surprised, man. But I don't want to shed too much light on 6ix9ine any longer. One thing I will say that's pretty funny. Charlamagne the God. It's funny. Charlamagne the God was saying if 6ix9ine doesn't serve any jail time, you'd have to give him head. Yeah, and not looking good for Charlamagne.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was really funny. It's like they're talking about the brilliant idiots.
Get ready, Charlamagne.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get some jaw workouts going. Something, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's not looking good for him, man. He's like he's like saying like, oh, like people say like, I was telling people I was joking. It's like, yo, man, like, nah. You said that pretty strong. I mean, like, like even if he was joking, it's like, bro, like, you know what you put yourself into. Like, you got yourself in this situation. But yeah, man, 6ix9ine. If 6ix9ine is listening to this right now or ends up ever listening to this, man, I gotta ask you, man, was it really worth it? Was it really worth it? All right. Enough with talking about a dude who repped the Bloods. Let's talk about somebody who reps Crips, I think. I'm not sure if he reps Crips, but his name is Blueface. So I would assume he has something to do with the Crips. Or maybe that could just do with money. I have no idea. But either way, Blueface may be serving up to 3 years in prison. Now, Blueface is facing felony gun possession charges. This is coming from, he was indicted on possession of a loaded, unregistered handgun. He's red hot right now, man, but he be getting in some serious trouble, bro. Like, it's like, the bigger you are, like, the more people try to find ways to take you down, man. It's just how it is in this rap game. And just recently, on Wednesday, February 20th, the Los Angeles rapper posted an alleged conversation with a transgender woman to his Instagram story. And he commented on it, "If you think I linked up with this tranny, you smoking dick." Like, goddamn, man. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just make this very, very, very clear. You can't say tranny. The fact, like, me even saying it, I'm just like, ugh. But you can't say it. It's just like saying, the F word. You know what F word I'm talking about. It's just like saying the N word with a hard R. You can't say it, ladies and gentlemen. And you also can't say Eskimo either. You knew that? You can't say Eskimo. Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, man. The times we're in, bro. It's 2019, man. Like,
you just can't.
For real, man. It's real out here, bro. Like, you gotta just inform yourself every day what's not good and what's good, man. Because it blew my mind when I heard, like, oh, you can't say Eskimo? Like, really? I guess it's offensive, so it is what it is, man. But yeah, Blueface referred to the transgender woman as it, writing in capital letters, I tried to get me with all these dick-sucking videos not happening. That's out. I am a boy Damon. I don't even know what I just read.
What?
Yeah, I don't even know what I just read. There's no typos in this. It tried to get me with all these dick-sucking videos not happening. That's out.
I ain't never had seen nothing so stupid.
Yeah, right? Like, there's some grammar wrong with that. I know I didn't type that wrong. That was. Yeah, but either way, it's not looking clean for Blueface. He's, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, he's red hot right now. So it's just not a good look for him to be getting in these situations. But I don't think that's gonna slow down anything. Like, people still gonna be bumping Tatiana. People still gonna be bumping Bleed It. Like, Blueface, people love Blueface. He's really popping out here, man. Like, my friends, like, they really, like, mess with him, you know? And he's not bad. I think what makes Blueface dope is the same thing that makes Kodak Black dope. Like, Kodak Black, like, no one sounds like Kodak Black. Like, Kodak Black, he's got his sound, like, to a T. And it's the same thing with Blueface. Like, Blueface has his sound down to a T. Like, his rapping voice isn't super unique, but when he does that, that off flow, when he goes somewhat off beat, like, that is very unique.
You know it's him.
Yeah, it's Blueface.
Yeah.
Okay, like, he's the guy who does that. Like, and I have no problem with it. It's very obvious that Blueface is influenced by E40, and E40 is a legend in from the Bay Area. And I have no problem with E40. But a lot of people have a problem with this style that Blueface is doing. But I think it's something that is pretty common amongst rappers. You see, Big Boy did it when he was an Outkast.
Right.
Like, and coming in with a it's off beat and then it ends on beat. It's a style. But I think the way Blueface does it when he raps off beat, it's very like. It's like very offbeat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I can see where people are coming from, but it's not terrible. It's definitely not terrible, and he doesn't like overdo it. So I have no problem with it, but Blueface needs to get his shit together, man, and hopefully he learns from his wrongs and doesn't make these mistakes with these possession of an unregistered handgun and saying tranny and stuff like that. Like, he's gotta know better, man. Like come on, man, just do better, bro. Do better. Let's move on to some white rapper beef. Eminem versus MGK. And they're back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Eminem was performing a show in Australia, and the crowd asked him to do Kill Shot, which is the record that he dissed MGK on. And he told the crowd, quote, "I would, but I can't give that cocksucker any more light." Woo! Goddamn. Eminem just letting it be known, look, I'm Eminem, I'm up here, he's MGK, and he's down here. Like, I'm not putting any more light on this dude. And I can't blame Eminem, man. Like, he gave MGK a big name. Like, people were forgetting about MGK, I think, and then Eminem just, put some light on his name.
Right.
Like, yeah. So, like, I can't really, blame him for doing that. But MGK came back around. He was like, he replied to this, and he said, on Twitter, he replied, "Hey, Eminem, you made the right decision not dropping that weak-ass song in concert and putting everyone to sleep. Hashtag rap devil." Like, MGK is a bold man. Like, to go at Eminem the way he has and still just putting the pedal to the metal on it, that takes some guts, bro. Like, you're talking about a legend, you know?
If it wasn't for this beef, MGK would never even have the opportunity to speak to Eminem.
Exactly.
They're not even on the same plane of existence.
Hell no.
It's just hilarious to watch.
Yeah, no, you're right, man. It really is funny, bro. Like, cause like MGK, like, he is, he's doing good for himself. He's not a bad rapper at all. I like MGK. I think he's very talented. Like, I think a lot of people like to make fun of him, but I don't see. I honestly think sometimes when it comes to like certain white rappers, people just like to make fun of them. Like,
yeah.
And the only rappers that never got that who are white are Eminem, Mac Miller. Like, those are like the two white rappers I never saw get any shit. Like, no one ever had anything bad to say about him, like, ever. But Eminem's starting to get it now, but he put it on himself. That's just because, like, he's being, he's very angry.
Yep.
So it's like you gotta make fun of it. It's just
a little crazy.
Yeah, he's a little crazy. Yeah, exactly. Like, some rappers just need to get made fun of. Like, some people are gonna make fun of Jay-Z. Like, people are making fun of Jay-Z for growing his hair out. Like, it's like when someone's that successful, it's like, hey, go ahead and make fun of them. Yeah, I think that's the way I see it with Eminem. But anyway, though, I love seeing these two guys beef. I think it's really good for the culture. Just to see, these guys going at it. There's not too many rap beefs going on nowadays, so it's good to see these two going at it, man. Definitely add some flair to the rap game, But when it comes to this rap beef, I thought Eminem won. I thought Kill Shot was better than Rap Devil. I just thought that Eminem had more just hard delivery on his record. MGK gave Eminem a run for his money though with Rap Devil. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Both from a musical standpoint, both well thought out, well organized tracks, but I think Eminem just the years of experience really shone through, and he he's a lyrical genius. He comes from a time where lyrics was all you had to rely on. And
that battle rap scene was important.
Yeah, he grew up in it.
Yeah, so that's just the way it was for M, man. He's cut from a different cloth. Like,
right.
Like, Eminem is from a different type of breed of rapper, man. It's the last of a dying breed. I had one of my guests on Believe, shout out to him. We were talking about that, like, this type of rap that Eminem does, it's not the forefront of rap anymore.
No.
Melody and dope flows are what driving rap nowadays. You see what's really popular right now, like a guy like Lil Baby. He's all melody and flow, like that. Like, that's like that's what like drives people to him. A guy like A Boogie, like that's like people are driven to that. Tory Lanez, like Trippie Redd, like Juice WRLD, like these are all melodic rappers. Like these are not Eminem rappers. Like, like those guys, those are like the JIDs, the YBN Cordays, Amine, I'd say is up there. These guys are like rapping. So Ski Mask, so. we're not, those guys aren't as popular as the guys I just mentioned who sing. So Eminem's just doing something that, he's reminding the people that he's the last of a dying breed, man. Straight up. I'll always be a fan of Eminem, man. I'll never have anything bad to say, but Eminem's always gonna get the shit about him. Did you see the thing where Chris D'Elia made fun of him?
Nah.
Oh my God, it's so funny. He's like, I'm sitting in traffic, Daddy Kirkpatrick, Nick Cannon's fantastic. It's so funny. It's so funny. Like he gets it down on a T, like how to like make fun of Eminem, but. Definitely go watch that.
That rhyme scheme too.
Yeah.
It's so cliche Eminem.
Yeah, for sure. Like, because Eminem's just so like exact with his rhyming.
Yeah.
Like it's so technical. So like it was funny how he made fun of it. Like it was really crazy. And let me just address this really quick since we're gonna get off Eminem. Jussie Smollett, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna breeze through this one. The Empire actor was arrested on Thursday morning, suspicion of filing a false report about a January 29th incident where he said he was the victim of a hate crime. The police alleged Smollett paid two men to stage the attacks and hoping to promote his career, according to Chicago Superintendent Eddie Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, Jussie Smollett claimed that these people came up to him and said, "This is MAGA country," and called him the N-word. And look, this is just not cool, bro, when you do this type of shit. Because it's like the boy who cried wolf, man. Like, these situations really do happen in this world, man. People out here really are victims of hate crimes. And when you pretend that these things have happened to you, you're belittling all the other situations that really do happen in this world. It's just nasty, bro. It's really nasty. I was talking to my homie, man. He was just like, I brought it up to him. I was like, yo, what you thinking? He's just like, yo, fuck him. I was like, yo, hey, yo, for real, like, Joe Budden was saying it, and other people I've heard say it. Jussie Smollett ruined Black History Month. With this shit, man. This is really not good, man. And now he's gonna be taken off of Empire. Yeah, like, look what you did to yourself.
Yeah, karma.
Yeah, exactly.
There goes your career.
Exactly. You done messed up. Like,
he's done.
Yeah, dude. Like, who wants to work with somebody who's just a pathological liar like this, man? And then he had the nerve to go on Good Morning America and like put on a show. He put on a show, like, literally, like, he was straight on acting about, like, the whole situation, and, like, I hope we find these people. It's like, yo, man, like, that whole time you were lying, like, get the hell out of here, man. It's just so nasty, bro. This whole situation is just crazy. But one thing I know for sure is going to stem from this is the amount of rappers who are going to be saying, I'm, like, they lying, like Jussie Smollett. Like, a lot of people are gonna be using that in their bars. Like, you gonna see it because his last name in the show was Lion, and he was lying in this situation. So you're gonna see a lot of rappers use that in their rhymes. I'm telling you.
Someone get on it first.
Yeah. I'll give that to somebody. I don't want that one. Yeah, one of you
don't want to acknowledge him.
Yeah, one of you other rappers can use that one. I don't want to put too much light on Jussie Smollett, man. But look, I'll say it like this, ladies and gentlemen. I never cared about Empire. I never cared about this show. I always thought it was corny, and I'm surprised that people ever gave it a chance. I'm serious. I watched that. Like, I literally saw the preview for that show, and I was like, this shit is corny as fuck. like, that's all I could think to myself. Like, I am not watching this, bro. Like, you can pass that off. Some people stuck with it, through the whole way, and I just remember seeing mad people be like, yo, this show's whack. Yo, I gave up after season 2. I gave up after season 3 because it's just a corny show, man. I just never had any interest for it. But thank God that I just lost my train of thought. I just really just think this is the only reason why I lost my train of thought is because I just think Empire is such a bad show. I never cared about that show. It's never tickled my fancy. I don't know. But yeah, karma's coming back to bite Jussie Smollett, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. What do you expect? Just him being an idiot, trying to get attention, ladies and gentlemen. That's really all that it is. He's just trying to get attention, trying to get his career back up, and it ended up biting him back in the ass, yo. So it is what it is, man. And I want to acknowledge Denzel Curry. He did a cover of Bulls on Parade. It was really, really good. Like, he absolutely embodied like that Zach De La Roche vibe, you know. It was really dope. I don't know if
I haven't
you saw
heard it. No.
Bruh, it is unbelievable. He kills it. Like, he needs to make a whole rock album. Like,
Wow.
he, like, literally, like, it's unbelievable. Like, the dude is, Denzel Curry is so talented, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't checked out his recent album, definitely go bump that. It's really good listen, man. He's one of the most underrated rappers right now. And if you haven't seen him do the cover of Bulls on Parade, definitely go check that out. It is awesome. He kills that shit. Like, it literally gave me goosebumps. I was like, yo, like, the way he's like, running down that fat. Like, he just gets in his pocket. I'm like, oh my God. Like, so really dope. Shout out to Denzel Curry, man, for just killing it, bro. Like, just really talented artist, man. All right, that is all the news in rap and music that I felt we had to talk about. If I forgot about anything else, it's because I probably didn't think it was important enough. It's real. I mean, like, I know there's some other rap news going on that I could probably acknowledge. Like, I could mention, Lil Pump dropped an album. Offset dropped an album. Gunna dropped an album. If I had to say which one I cared about the most, I'm going to go with Offset. Offset's definitely my favorite of the three. Then Lil Pump, and then Gunna's down here. I'm not a big Gunna fan. If you listen to the podcast, you are well aware of that. I had a big rant on Gunna one time, like way back.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, way back in like episode like 6 or 7. I had a big rant on Gunna. He's just very boring sounding. Designer head, dope. You know, like, yo, like, bro, like, why do you sound like you don't care? Like I don't know. But let me not get on a tangent about Gunna. Let me get to my special guest, ladies and gentlemen. My guest right here is an audio engineer and a producer. Also plays a guitar, too. Very talented guy right here, man. And a real good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen. So give it up for Josh Saulenas.
How you doing?
Yo, man, I'm good, bro. I'm real good, man. I'm really hyped today, man. I don't know. I'm just in a good mood,
It's a good
bro.
day.
Yeah, it's a good day. Weather's like not bad out there,
Yep.
you know. It's nice and coasted, you know.
Crew
what I mean?
back together.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So it's always dope. Came up in the bean, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Saulenas is coming from Agawam. It's like 90 minutes away from here. So you came up here for this, bro, and it's much
hike.
appreciated, man. I'm glad you came up to do this, man. It means a lot, bro.
Glad I'm here.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Now, you go by Sauls. That's your music name. I know that. I like that name. It's fire. Now, I got to ask you, though, how does one gain an interest in audio engineering? When did that interest start?
Well, I think it's different for everyone, obviously. For me, man, that started real early. It was about 8th grade, playing in a metal band.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everyone went through that. But I was playing in this metal band. We wanted to record a little EP.
Yeah.
I just kind of took on the project. I had no interest in recording or audio engineering or anything. But
Yeah.
I just said, yeah, I'll do some research, figure it out. Bought some terrible equipment. Recorded a pretty terrible sounding record, but it was fun, and I loved it, and I loved the technology behind it, and
Hell yeah, man.
it never stopped.
Shout out to Pro Tools, man.
Back then, it was Audacity I was using.
Oh, wow.
I recorded that on Audacity, yep.
That's some ghetto shit right
Yeah.
there. You're on Audacity
Free,
doing
though.
that. Yeah, exactly. Audacity's free, so like, yeah. So it is, you know, you're able to make that shit happen with that.
Yep.
And for those who don't know what Audacity is, it's a free mixing platform you can use to like edit audio and stuff. So
Consider yourself lucky if you don't know what it is.
yeah, right.
It's really bad.
Yeah, yeah. Audacity is definitely.
It's just not fun to use.
No,
Yeah.
and even like the way it looks,
Yeah.
like you just look at it, you're like, oh, this shit's cheap. Like,
Yeah.
like you just definitely get that vibe with it, man. That's so true, man. Now, for you, what would you say is the hardest part about being a producer? Now, that's a big question, but
that is
I gotta ask.
a hard question.
I gotta ask.
And there's a lot of things I could say to it, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say the hardest part about being a producer is knowing when something is done. You know, when
That's
you're
so true.
When you're an artist, I guess rappers probably have a similar issue, but if you're working alone, you don't have a group of people there to have creative input throughout the whole process.
Yep.
You're alone.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say when something's done when you're kind of fighting with yourself and you don't have that second person to say, "Oh, this is good. It's done."
Yeah, because like that collaborative teamwork effort, bro, will always let you know if something needs more help or not. But when you're on your own, you're in your mind, and things get complicated just out of nowhere. So I understand where you're coming from with that. That's definitely a good way to look at it, man. I never thought about it to myself, but like definitely when you're making beats, you know, like you never know when it's gonna be done. Yeah.
For me, I have to get to a point where I just say, all right, it's done, you know?
Yeah.
And I just walk away from it. You know? Mix it. It's done. Not doing any more work on it.
Oh, yeah, man. That tends to be a problem with, like, musicians, like, especially, like, you know, I've made music and, like, you know, 2 months later I'll listen to it. I'll be like, damn, I wish I added, you know, that piece to it.
Right.
Oh, I wish I took that out and did something else. Yeah, so it's a common thing with musicians in general. We're always trying to do more and always thinking we could, you know, have done less. It always fluctuates, you know.
Preaching to the choir. Look how long it's taken me to put out a project.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, it takes time, man. Like you know, you don't want to put out anything bad, but at the same time, it's okay if the project's not like you know, super perfect. Sometimes, you know, if it's not like perfect, I could make it even better to some listeners, because sometimes when things are super polished and super, you know, clean, sometimes it loses its character. Sometimes, but it's not all the time. But sometimes you can get that when things are, you know, super polished up. So, yeah, man, it's a real thing out here with, you know, musicians, man. Always trying to do more. Now, what do you say you enjoy more? The recording, mixing, mastering for people, or do you say you enjoy making beats more? Where do you get more of a thrill from?
Definitely producing.
Yeah,
I get more of a thrill. Yeah,
hell yeah.
I love them both. They're very different, so it's hard to compare.
Yeah, for sure.
But definitely producing. I have the final say over everything. It's my own thing. I know I'm gonna like it. Whereas if I'm recording with someone, you know, I may not like what I'm recording or mixing or mastering, and I just have to deal with it. That's what I do. So.
That's so true, man. Yo, that must suck, yo, when like you're recording for an artist, bro, and like the music's trash.
You know, I'm glad I don't do recording full time.
Yeah.
So that I can pick and choose who I work with. So I eliminate some of that. I know people that work full time in recording. Yeah, it's hit or miss, and most of the time they say they're recording people that they just really don't want to listen to.
Yeah, they're like, yo, get this shit out
of
here.
Yeah, which that's pretty torturous.
Yeah, man, that's pretty bad, man. I think about that to myself, man. Like I really like rap, and like if I ever had to like mix for somebody who was like, you know, some like random punk rock band, I would honestly be like, oh, like I have no problem with like punk rock, but like, you know, it's just like having to, you know, deal with that, and you know, make sure everything's right with that would be not easy for me to do. Like,
well, for someone who's never engineered, picture it like this: song comes on, you're in your car, you don't like it, you skip it.
Yeah.
You're engineering a song, you're gonna listen to that song 500-600 times.
You have to. Yeah. There's no way around it. Yeah, you're gonna.
The first time you hear it and you don't like it, it's just miserable because you know you have to hear it hundreds of more times.
Yeah, man. I'd say that's probably the hardest part about being an audio engineer. Is when you have to deal with a song you don't like. I mean, it's probably a lot more difficult
and it's the same
things,
thing with live production too, doing concerts, you know. Same thing.
Yeah, it's just you just gotta deal with it, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a process, man, and you know, to all the audio engineers, like, including yourself, obviously, man, salute to y'all for dealing with the shit that we have to go through, man, because I know when I'll be using auto-tune, I'll be like, yo, or like singing first, and then like, you know, the engineer side of auto-tune, I'm just like, yo, shout out to you, man. I know you gotta deal with my singing, because I'm a studio singer, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no real singer, so shout out to the engineers for dealing with the not real singers out here, yo. I'm gonna ask you a legit question right here, man. It's a real question I've been dying to ask you, bro. Do you think that audio engineers get the recognition they deserve in the music industry?
This is not going to be the answer you're expecting.
Probably not. Probably not.
So when you say that, are you talking producers or an engineer? So two very different things. A producer for a rap artist, or
let's say both. Let's say both.
All right, so I'd say two different answers.
Okay, yeah.
We'll start with producer.
Yeah, let's talk about producers. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yep.
A producer backing a singer, backing a rap artist, backing anything, someone who produced a track deserves absolutely, without a doubt, the same amount of respect as the artist.
I totally agree with you,
it's,
man.
You know, they're just as much of a part as making that song what it is as the artist is.
Hell yeah, man.
So.
You know how many people listen to Lil Pump because of his production? You know how many people listen to Lil Yachty because of his production? Like, a lot of rappers out here, like.
But who's their producer?
Exactly. Like, people don't know. Like, people don't, and some people just don't care. Like it would blow my mind if someone was like, "Yo, who's Metro Boomin? Yo, who's Mike Will Made It? Who's Tay Keith?" I'd be like, "Oh, you don't know these guys? Like, who are making your favorite beats? You know?" Like,
yeah, but that's just a handful of producers that have managed to stick out and people know their name.
Very true. Yeah,
that's a small handful of people.
Yeah, there's the ones that still stay under the scenes and don't get the light that they truly deserve. So yeah,
it is what it is, though. I don't think it's changing anytime soon.
Nah, I don't think so either, man. And it's funny because there was a time in hip hop where the producer really stood out, the name stood out, a lot more. And I think you're starting to see it come back to fruition nowadays. But like, it was definitely a lot, a bigger deal back then. Eric B. Rakim, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Like, it was, that was like the first thing. That name would be before the rapper's name. Yep. So. But it came a time where the MC was more important than the producer. So that's just the way things change, and we might get back to a time where the producer becomes more important. I could definitely see that happening. But only time will tell, man.
Yeah,
with stuff like that.
But as far as being a recording engineer, mixing engineer, mastering engineer, if you're doing any of those jobs and you think you're not getting the recognition you deserve, get a different job.
Ooh,
and
you heard it. You heard it.
I'll explain why I say that.
Yeah, explain that one. Yeah.
Audio engineering, it's a thankless job, and it's supposed to be. It's mysterious. It's misunderstood.
Facts.
People don't really know what we do.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. An audio engineer isn't supposed to. If you do your job right, you're not supposed to get recognized. We only get recognized if we do a bad job.
Facts, that's very true. Yeah. So, you're not wrong about that.
Yeah, I never got into it for the recognition. That's not what it's meant to be. So.
You're right, man. Yeah, and it's I'm glad you said that because I always thought that audio engineers do deserve more recognition because like I was saying, like when it comes to like when I use auto-tune when I'm singing or just like any like edits and like songs, like I really find it fascinating, like, an engineer could literally take a song and make it from nothing to something. Like, really, like, they can really take something and, something that, sounded terrible, and they make the tweaks, and now it sounds like a professional record. Like, so I've always had, a big appreciation for that, and I don't think a lot of people realize just how much detail goes into like making a song sound professional. Like, like people have no idea what it takes. Like, it's a lot, details with the EQ and limiter and the compression and like it's just a lot of stuff. It's
just
the tip of the iceberg.
Now, you can look up any of your favorite songs and find the engineer, and that's good. There should definitely be credits to be found.
Yes, definitely.
But, do I think it should be listed on the song title?
No. Yeah, definitely not to that extent.
No.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. I just personally believe that people should understand just how much it takes to make the music that we, consume. Like, because when I hear, like, a Travis Scott comparison to when I hear, like, someone who's just, like, rapping raw, like Jordan Lucas or something like that, like, I just, like, it's, like, this is night and day. Like, like one obviously took more time to mix, like, so that's just the way I look at it. I think that's just, from my years of seeing all the behind the scenes, but some people can nerd out about it in their own way. Yeah. Some people won't give a shit, and like with movies, like for me, like I don't really care about like the CGI, the acting, the details aren't as important to me. So
it's definitely nice when an artist you're working with recognizes it.
Definitely, yeah.
So.
For sure, man. Yeah, it's always appreciated, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about That's For You. This is your EP that's gonna be coming out real soon, hopefully in March.
Yep.
How long have you been working on this project for?
So the first song that I started on this project, I probably started in June or July, but I would argue that I've been working on this project for 4 years plus.
It's a long time.
And was I working on specific songs that you're going to hear on this project? No, but I've been working on getting to the point where I could make these songs.
Yeah.
Practicing my production, figuring out my style, really getting an image of what I want my sound to be for my first EP.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, so that's been a long road. But as far as the actual project, 6-7 months or so.
Yeah, man. Hey. Takes time when you want to craft something to be what you really want it to be, man. And people don't realize, these songs just don't come out of nowhere, like you don't just, these ideas just don't pop up, all of a sudden. It takes time for things to come to fruition. So. Especially if you're making EDM tracks, the ones that you've been making, because I heard some of the stuff you've been making, and there's some detail in this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, like
yeah, that's
detail.
A challenge when you're going with an all instrumental EP like this one is making it interesting and having enough detail.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Because when you're you don't got no vocals over it, so it's got to stand out somehow,
Not a single one.
Yeah.
Not even a vocal sample.
Yeah.
This whole project.
Yeah, that's legit, bro. That's when you're going.
That was intentional.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let the instrumental speak for itself, man. You don't need no words to portray the message that you need to get out there. So that's really cool, man. What would you say will make this project stand out? I know you mentioned that it's just gonna be all instrumentals, but what else do you think will really make this stand out from other projects in the EDM world?
I think it's very different from what people are used to hearing. And that can be a good or bad thing. People may not like it.
Yeah.
It's just not what people are used to hearing.
It's definitely a different vibe for sure.
People ask me what genre it falls into, and I still really don't know. I don't know what to say. It's different. It takes a little bit of influence from everything, and it's really my own style that I've put my own touch on. So
yeah, man, it's definitely got its own style too. It's very while it's very calm, it's very intense at the same time. That's the best way I could put it. Because I do get chill vibes from it, but at the same time, like, some of the music there, it's like, ooh, it's like, you could bop to it,
Yeah.
It's definitely good vibes. I definitely get some beach vibes from some of the songs.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely some good
take a lot of
vibes.
Influence from Hippie Sabotage,
Hippie Sabotage.
Ramasa. So
yeah,
you can hear a lot of that style of sounds in it.
Hippie Sabotage is really good, man. Yeah. When you
don't even get me started. We don't have enough time for me to talk about Hippie Sabotage.
We need another 30 minutes for that. Yeah, but they're super talented, man. I think they're gonna be in Worcester pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
yeah, I've been meaning to see them.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely check that out, man. If you want to go check that out, bro.
Yeah,
I'm down to make it happen.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because it's been a while since I've gone to like an EDM concert like that. Actually. Correction, I went to an EDM concert recently when I was like last week. It was like dubstep. It was pretty lit. I was at Royale. Yeah. Everyone else with me didn't really.
EDM concerts are fun.
Yeah, man.
That's really how this music's meant to be heard.
Yeah, for sure.
Live.
Yeah, definitely live, yo. Dude, yeah. The shit you're making right now, man, that stuff live will definitely get the people hyped, man. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, it's definitely not mosh pit music if you're wondering the vibes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and you don't want to listen to it on your phone speaker.
Nah, yeah, you want
definitely.
You want that full experience with the right, speakers. Like, yeah, I totally agree with you on that one, man. Now I gotta ask you, have you ever thought about stepping out of EDM and making like a rap instrumental album? Because I know you can dabble in other genres. I know you're versatile with it.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
I haven't really seriously thought about it. I wouldn't say it'll happen in the next year or so because I already have, pretty big plans for after this project.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
doesn't involve that, but I still make rap, hip hop instrumentals all the time.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
I think if I do release a project, it's not going to be something that I focus on for a long period of time. I think it's just going to be like, oh, wow, I got all these beats.
Yeah.
Well, I should just put them out,
Yeah,
It's going to be something one day I just realize I have enough to put an album out.
For sure, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, like, whenever it comes together, it comes together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's not something you want to just rush just because. And it's kind of, I feel like how you treated That's For You. Kind of just like, it just kind of all naturally came together,
Yeah.
And now you're just trying to meet a deadline, but it's like, like.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah, but I didn't even set a deadline until I was pretty far along in the project.
Yeah, until you were like, all right, this is kind of where.
Yeah, and I wasn't, prior to a few weeks ago when I announced it was going to come out in March, I really had no intentions of when it was coming out.
Okay, yeah.
It could have came out in March, or it could have came out in March of next year.
Yeah.
At that point.
yeah. Just because you never knew when you were going to get to it. Yeah, no, I feel you. But hey, man, I mean, like, you weren't, I said, you weren't rushing it, it was just, it just came to you naturally. And I think when it comes to making good music, that's something that people should definitely take note of. Just, letting it, things come naturally, man. Like, don't rush. I feel like I hear mad songs that people put out and they put like a bad chorus over it, and you could just tell things are,
Yeah.
You could just tell like this, one song didn't have as much attention as the other one, and
especially with a first project, no one's waiting for it.
Exactly.
So what's the rush?
Exactly, man. Like make it good. I'd rather an artist wait, 2 years and put out an awesome project than them put out a project like 6 months later just because like, oh, they feel like they got to keep up. You know? And in this day and age, a lot of artists feel like, they feel like they have to put out music very frequently, in this day and age. You see that a lot. Hey, man, all these big artists out there and anyone else, hey, take your time, man, and make dope music. Don't put out trash, and take your time with it.
Make music that'll last longer, and then you don't have to put it out so fast.
Exactly. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, don't rush it, man. Like, people will wait on dope shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, just, be patient with it,
Yep.
Now, you said you got some plans after That's For You drops. So what exactly did you have in mind after this is released?
So this project's really for me. It was about discovering my style. And, I didn't really have a fan base in mind. I wasn't making it for anyone, contrary to the name of the
right. That's bad funny, yeah.
But after this, I think I'm going to chase a more mainstream sound a little bit.
Okay.
Experiment with that. Probably not a full project. Probably be releasing some singles.
Okay, yeah.
Some remixes.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Good idea with the remixes for sure, man. Yeah, that's always a good lane, man. I always tell people, like, remixing anything is always a good way to promote yourself out there because the people are already familiar with it. So you just remix it for them. You're making something that was already great and making it in your own way. So it's a very, very important thing for people trying to get their name out there, man. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's a good idea. Yeah, always thinking ahead, bro. That's good. It's important. You know, don't want to just drop this and then next thing you know, like
just ditch music.
Yeah, stop. It's like, I'm gonna be done with that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Josh is also the guy who mixes my music that I've been putting out recently. I have two engineers. I have you and my guy Tarek. Shout out to him. This project I'm coming out, UMass Whoa. Josh will be mixing and mastering this whole thing. So shout out to you for that, man. I'm much appreciated on that.
It was a great time recording it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Like the title of
Legendary times.
Yeah, man. All Shaft, bro. The Shaft was the name of the house we lived at, ladies and gentlemen. Because that could sound really wild out of context.
Yep.
Oh, man. Good times there, yo. But yeah, where can the people find you, man, on the social medias?
So right now I just have my personal accounts. Instagram, Josh Saulenas. That's probably the most posted on to stay up to date with this album drop, which should be or EP drop rather, which should be March 19th.
Okay.
That week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I'd look out for that.
Hell yeah, man. I'm going to try to drop the EP around the same time, too. So, but that's,
Should
I mean,
be good.
yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, expect some music from both of us that week.
I'll be busy.
Yeah, Josh is going to be busy. I was going to say. I was just about to make that. I was like, Josh is going to be really busy. Oh, man. But hey, it's all about that grind, though, man.
Yep.
It's all about that grind.
It's crunch time, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take a week off after.
Yeah, exactly, man. You just get to relax in that, man. But, yo, Josh, I'm really happy you came all the way from Agawam and made this shit happen, bro. Really glad to have
Really
you on,
happy
man.
to be on it.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of episode 22 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage, man. It's a really dope setup here, man. I'm really appreciative of this place, man. Until next time, peace.